Rapid Twice is the worst Rapid currently in My Hero Ultra Rumble. His damage output leaves a lot to be desired in the current metagame. A lot of characters outdamage him. His mobility is mediocre compared to other characters in his Rapid category. As you can see, All Might is flying by, and his gimmick is it's kind of bad. And I'm gonna be playing him in ranked matches until I reach the top of the ladder. I do have a couple of goals in mind while doing this challenge. 1, I have to finish this challenge in 100 games or less. 2, I have to finish this challenge above a kill-death ratio of 2. It'd be a very boring challenge if I just hid for the entire game and supported my team, so this kind of makes it more engaging and more frustrating, as you soon will see. So let's get it on.
Started at the bottom, now I'm partying at the top. Got all of this footage and the shit I gotta cry.
The start of our journey begins on Neo Academia. That howitzer hurt, but it got nerfed. I get my first kill on this Hawks player, and it's really cool because I get to turn him into clones, and he gets to fight for me now. I kill this Bakugo that's running away from me, which is pretty nice. My second KO of the challenge. I almost said first. Unfortunately, this clone soon dies to a decay pool that Shigaraki leaves. This Nejire plus ultras after doing 120 damage to her. In this clip, I'm fighting against a gentle criminal, and then I realize that my clone has the ability to attack people while I'm knocked over. It seems pretty useful right now, and unfortunately, it's not enough to kill the gentle. I don't have enough mobility to take on a gentle that can just bounce away from me, so I retreat. Also, I hate fighting gentle. But my run comes to an end whenever a Dobby grabs onto me, and then he decides to combust all low. I'm not reading that part of the script. The same follows suit for my Ochako, and then my Shigaraki dies to the Hawks that I killed earlier. This game I fight a present Mike, and he gives me one of the worst debuffs ever, which is to just mute your audio. Thankfully, I kill him, and I turn him into a clone. Welcome to the army. I kill a Toga later. Also, I think I barely see that Kami uniform outfit worn on Toga. And Ida just starts bullying me. There's nothing much I can do about it, but for some reason I thought doing an air melee would save me. And then I get kicked in the face and I die. My Mario brings me back though. And then I get exploded. He brings me back again. And then I get howitzer impact and die again. And then my team dies as well. In game 3, I'm trying to heal in this random corner, but then I get killed. I managed to get back up in the same spot, but he comes back and kills me again, unfortunately. Yes, it's definitely the Rapid Twice in the lobby that is the problem in this final circle, and not any other character. Now you may notice in a lot of these clips that I am dying, but don't be alarmed, because in the top left you can see the amount of kills that I am getting. I am just not mentioning them because it would get kind of repetitive. Also, this Kiri knew where I was healing, so screw you, bro. I'm just kidding, I love you, Kiri. You know it's serious when you put on the pirate fit. Hopefully this doesn't decrease my win rate. Game 5 was pretty uneventful, however, I got a lot of kills and KOs. That means the same thing. KOs. Kills. I'm pretty sure we killed these people. Seems like Pirate Twice is doing me luck. But now I'm a cyberpunk going against the Swiss cheese man. I end up cutting it really close and not PUing early for some weird reason, but I end up winning this game with my best score yet, 8 KOs and 7k damage. You love to see it. And this is also my rank up game. Maybe at some point I'll do a KO montage or a death montage of this run. I don't know. It'd probably take a lot of time. My first game in pro rank ended up not going so well. This gentle team was doing massive damage to me, and I couldn't really do much about it as Twice. As you can see, I'm trying to slide away, but I can't really get anything done. Unfortunately, my gentle perishes to another, and it's back to the title screen. In this game that I'm playing, I tried placing clones down from a distance to try and double beam down an enemy, and it seemed to be working okay. Unfortunately, I cannot say the same for my aim. My God's eye, land a shot! Also, don't heal when you're being watched by a shadow man. He might hurt you. How do you think Mustard locks in for 15 minutes straight to put toxic fumes out in the stage? Like, he's covering a massive area, dog. Oh yeah, we ended up winning this game. This is when I start to make a tuning build. Electrification and perception. Mainly because I was getting bored as hell playing this character.
But Zai, doesn't electrification ruin your combos?
I appreciate your concern, my fellow frog. The idea is simple. If I whiff the hitbox of the tape, I'm not going to be able to follow up with the slash. But what if my entire body was a hitbox as well? By doing this, I'm able to move into Deku and stun him anyway. Employing this new build, I learned that clones can activate tuning skills now. So my clone in the distance gets a guard break, and now I'm electrified, which I think is really sick. While I'm fighting a Cementos, I climb up the wall and stun him, leading to a mediocre amount of damage, because at the end of the day, I'm still twice. While trying to traverse the final zone, I learned that Gentle's Gamma attack doesn't deal fatal damage until the final blow, similar to Red Dobby Beta. I think it's really funny how Twice is just not a good character in a lot of scenarios. This is kind of a random tangent, but even when you get a big hit, you're not even breaking guard most of the time. Game ends with us getting washed because it's USJ. These next few clips highlights the use of perception. You're able to follow people through walls in ways that you aren't without the skill. You'd be surprised how well you can juke someone that you can physically see through the wall. Unfortunately, your tuning skills can't save you from getting absolutely murked by a Sweat Bullet and a Nejire Gamma. God damn it. There's not much to say about this game. I just get killed by a Strike Bakugo. Promise me you'll remember that Twice is not a character that can fight. And then my teammate dies trying to res me. Oh my god, it's a frog. You guys like frogs, right? Don't answer that. And here's the first time the game decides to send me back to the title screen. Yeah, this season, you crash all the time. In this game, I tried to kill a frog, but I just can't, because she has plus ultra. Even if she didn't have plus ultra, I'm pretty sure she would have lived anyway, because I have nothing to kill her with. They also reversed it on me, and I ended up dying. But it's okay, because I'm still gonna queue to the next game. Here's another great example of me being absolutely murdered in a back alley late at night. When you have the bunny hero and the cat vampire... What is Toga? There's nothing you can do about it. You just gotta lay down and die. I get brought back, but the situation is so hopeless that there's not much I can do without just running away from everything in the final circle. And even when you do run away, you're eventually gonna run into someone that's just blowing up the earth for whatever reason. This game, I make it to the final 2, but it doesn't really matter because Twice is not exactly known for his comeback. Even if I had plus chaos, there's nothing he can really do about crowds of people. Unless he had like 5 clones or something. If there's any Twice masters in the comment section, please let me know what I'm supposed to do in a 3v1 scenario. Game crash number 2 because the servers are held up by sticks and glue. Against a character that plays floor is lava, the jump button is really useful. Strike Shiggy is a terrifying character in the final circle, but when there's a will, there's a way. Just ignore the fact that I'm taking like 400 damage from this guy, and just look at the down symbol that pops up on his body. Yeah, I earned that shit. Wait, where the hell did you come from? Yeah, me and my team lost this game. I wasn't aware of the overhaul, and we all died to him. Besides our Bakugo, he got kicked. Another quick win and another day saved by our man, Pepsi Man. The next 4 games are just a lost streak of me taking constant L's. I don't really have much to say about any of these clips, but just know that each one of these games averaged around 10 minutes. I'm just showing you the highlights of these games. Also, I forgot to mention that all of these games are solo queue. At no point in this video will you see me stack with the team in order to reach this ace rank challenge. Also, this poor Nejire used great movement tech but just ran right into an explosion. Game 20 is my new best game yet. 10 KOs. I didn't exceed my damage maximum, but 10 KOs on Twice. Usually when you see a low damage cap like that, a lot of these kills were stolen from my teammates, so I guess I can't get too excited. In this game, I got way too over-aggressive fighting this Bakugo in plus chaos. I really thought I could beat him, but he hit me with the classic grenade howitzer setup. This clip still haunts my dreams. It's my first time fighting Assault Kendo with Gently Jump. And I wasn't expecting it. It just came out of nowhere. I actually stepped aside and showed my friends this clip after this game. This next game starts off with me killing a Mirko, and that is the only kill that I got this game. And then we died in the end. This Dobby chased me to the ends of the earth, and I died. If someone wants to make a counter for how many times I said I died in this video, that'd be pretty cool. The server times out again because, you know, we love wasting time over here. Just kidding, we timed out again. You cannot play this game right now. You should just keep queuing for 7 minutes straight and get DC'd. One of the things that I haven't grasped yet on this character is learning to pick my fights. I lost to this Tokoyami pretty easily because I'm overestimating how well I can perform on this character. Being at low health on this character is worse than being at low health on like Rapid Deku, because at least you can bring that health to the finish line. Twice can just stand there and eat it most of the time. Oh my god, it's the spin to win, baby. I think it's kind of funny how that's one of my least viewed videos. This game was kind of boring, but I won the game. I think it's kind of rare to see this screen as Twice in ranked lobbies. One of my favorite things to encounter in this game is when you're trying to drink your apple juice in the corner and then some guy just grabs you and starts burning you alive, starts melting your flesh off your... We ended up winning this game, though. Another Twice record beaten, with 11 KOs in ranked. Pretty cool. Is it just me, or am I seeing way more assault overhauls in ranked lately? I feel like this guy is everywhere right now. I think this is 3 wins in a row, which is kind of crazy when you're playing the worst character in the game, in my opinion. Also, we downed each other in this clip. This is what you truly call a KFC double down. Let's take one of the best melee characters in the game and then pit him against one of the worst melee characters in the game. And the result is that Twice eats shit. It's okay though, as much as I shit on this character, he has an interesting game flow. My entire team went down at the same time, which I think is very funny. Later I got up and I tried to get their res card in the storm, but I underestimated how much damage I can take from the storm, and I just collapsed. I think it's kind of funny that I started this fight with full health against this Shoto in this small area, and I end up losing. I'm not really sure what I was thinking, but I guess I thought I had a decent chance of winning this interaction. Another game being on the back foot, being revived, and then dying afterwards. Apologies if anyone wanted to see the full games to every single game that I played, but this is honestly how most games played out. Dying, being revived, either winning or losing in the final circle, all in the life of a Twice main, temporarily. In this game, I decided to use a weird Twice support build with Warpeel, and I wanted to place clones from a distance and try and support my team. Kind of the opposite of what I said at the start of the video, but I didn't really like how this played out, if I'm being honest with you. Having close range utility I think is important when yours is already so bad. The end of this game comes down to being killed by a frog. It's a frog eat frog world. This is also another character that I'm seeing a lot. Rapid Hawks players just love to hold down the unaimed alpha button with how well it tracks nowadays. It's kind of hilarious how slow it hits you and how often it hits you. This next game was super intense because we were fighting over Coda for a long time. And we ended up wiping the squad for Coda, which led us to go positive in KOs and levels. And loot! We got the whole area too! Later in the game, though, a Shiggy keeps searching me through the wall, and I'm unable to heal myself, which leads me to eventually dying. I know it's intended, but it's really one of the most disruptive final circle strategies that I've had to deal with since his character release. I know he's immortal, but being searched through walls sucks. The last couple of games, you may have noticed that I'm running Trance Blow. Most of you will know that this skill is pretty bad. It increases the time it takes for you to kill an enemy and allows the enemy to be team healed more often due to the amount of invincibility frames that they get from being knocked over. But Twice's air melee bounces them up in such a way that they're able to retaliate against you. So slowing down the enemy gives you more opportunity to either chase or fight them in their weakened state. I'm pretty sure in that last game that I showed you, I broke my damage and KO record. I actually run this build for the rest of the challenge. That's how much I liked using Trance Blow Perception on Twice. I'm probably not going to put Trance Blow on him anymore. Or if I do, it'll be for fun or for unranked. And I'm for sure not going to put it on other characters because nerfing your own combos and giving the enemy more opportunity to be healed, like I said before, it's not very attractive. Sorry for going on a massive Trance Blow tangent, but I wanted to break it down because I know someone was going to ask me in the comments. It actually made Twice feel a little bit more playable against more difficult lobbies. Speaking of which, we're about to hit expert rank in this challenge, which I think is an amazing achievement. This was all filmed the week that this season dropped. This challenge overall took a week to produce, and this is not counting all the time that I've spent editing this video. But it's because of you, dear viewers and frogs, that I put myself through all this hellish rain. And at the end of the day, this challenge humbled me. If you want better fundamentals, play this character. He will teach you positioning in a heartbeat. He will also teach you to pick your fights and when to just walk away, even when you have advantage. Because the worst thing that can happen is being jumped after 1v1ing someone. And more times than not, I've been left guard broken after a fight on this character. I know most of this video has been a highlight reel of this journey so far, but I do want to give some tips and tricks for this character. Treat your beta clone as a disposable sentry gun. If you've ever played Team Fortress 2 Battle Engineer, he slaps a sentry down and then fires at people with his shotgun. And you can play this character like that. Double beaming someone is a very effective way at dealing damage. Also, don't spend too many gammas in a combo. It is your lifeline to have mobility on this character. And of course his alpha is great, but hitting his shots is a bit awkward because of how it's a burst fire. I recommend abusing the fact that his tape doesn't really have down power. So if you're playing with characters on your team, like technical Shigaraki, you can stagger people after the alpha connects in order to loop them with Shigaraki's alpha. Being a team player on this character is not too difficult. Would I recommend using any of the tuning builds I've used so far in this video? Probably not. Besides Perception, but Perception is the exception and not the rule. Now that we're in expert rank, we're finally in the home stretch. Now I'm gonna talk about some of the meta picks that I've seen so far on my climb. I'm seeing Strike Dabi everywhere. The fact that you can manually explode is crazy. Just walking up to someone that's already knocked over and just blowing up so that they get hit no matter what they do, unless your name is Lemillion. That's kind of ridiculous. But it also has a long startup, so it is easily interrupted if you're able to stagger him out of it. But that's just another layer of wake up that he has that he didn't have before, unless he was really intent on timing his explosion. I don't think I've seen more than a handful of Nagants. I can probably count on one hand how many Nagants I've seen this season, which is deserved. She was a ridiculous character. I'm sure some people are upset, the ones that have played her for a long time, or people that just like Nagant as a character. But I think it was warranted. She's run too many seasons at this point. Like I said earlier, I've been seeing more of Rapid Hawks and Assault Overhaul. I'm not sure why I've been seeing more of Assault Overhaul, but Rapid Hawks makes sense with the new alpha change. Surprisingly, I've been seeing the same amount of Rapid Dekus. He is the most popular My Hero Academia character, so it's not surprising. He's also very easy to play. I think the HP change was an interesting direction to go with it, though. I'm not a huge fan of HP changes as a nerf or buff, but in the patch notes they have exclaimed how they want to keep the same gameplay feel whenever they buff and nerf a character. But then sometimes you get characters like Nagant who gets her wings clipped off. Oh yeah, please let me know if you want to see another challenge like this in the future. I was planning on letting the most liked comment be the next challenge that I do, but I'm kind of apprehensive about doing that because I'm afraid you guys are going to give me like Tech Dabi. I mean, he's not the worst character in the world anymore. He has a lot of quality of life changes that he got a couple seasons ago. Oh god, don't give me Assault Curie, shit. But I digress. It was a lot of fun working on this video. I had a lot of fun editing certain parts of this challenge. I'm actually having a lot of fun doing this YouTube thing. I didn't expect to see all the support that you guys have given me, but I appreciate that you guys appreciate me. I think you can see later in this challenge that I'm getting kind of adept at aiming and positioning and learning the ropes of Twice. I hardly ever play this character. The only time I ever considered playing this character back then was when he was able to cancel his Gamma into Alpha and get like grown man damage combos. Do you guys remember that? Bro could almost TOD you. He hit like Strike Denki. And did you know that his Gamma tape was FPS based? So if you were on a console like the Nintendo Switch, you were able to hit people with the tape from miles away. And then I know that they fixed that once crossplay dropped, but he kept his combos for the longest time. And then they just gutted him to high heaven. And I can understand why. He's a very troublesome character when he's good. But if he got alpha cancels back, I think he'd be fine in this metagame, low-key. He just has like a lot of weird tools. I know it's probably not gonna happen with the release of support Twice. I mean, who knows, they could always change him on the day of, but it's alright. Also, let me know who you guys are rolling for, because I spent some tickets to get Gentle, but I don't know. I kind of want to wait till next season. I don't know if I'm gonna get the Frog or not. I wanted Gentle mainly for the tuning skill. The tuning skill is really funny. I like playing it with Mount Lady, but I also wanted another character because I was kind of getting bored of the current roster of characters I have. I'm missing like 6, including quirk skill sets. I think they don't even call it quirk skill sets anymore. They call it battle styles, but they will always be quirk sets to me, whether it's an alternative battle style or a battle style original. I hope we're gonna get more battle style originals. I think it's kind of weird that we only got 2 and then the rest have just been alternatives. 2 meaning like Deku and All for One. Maybe they'll do it for Shoto and Dabi, but I haven't really been keeping up with leaks and stuff. I guess I've been ignoring the big elephant in the room. Gentle Criminal sucks to fight. What do you mean his beta deflects everything in the game? Bro puts a decay pool on the floor and he just gets windboxed back at him. Like, what is Shigaraki supposed to do, bro? I think it's very comical how anything and everything can just bounce back at the opponent. I do love La Brava though. She's amazing and she should always be a part of the game. Did you know that someone actually made a mod to turn off her voice lines? It was very rude. But I guess some people want to just play Gentle and not hear La Brava. Maybe the devs will add an option to tick her off in the menu, but I don't know. Also, he gets some crazy alpha damage for how low his down power is. If you don't know what down power is, it's just how fast you knock an opponent over. It's crazy. Like, I've seen certain tuning builds where he's doing like 170 per shot in lever mode anyway. Oh yeah, lever mode. I think lever mode is pretty bad. Like when you activate plus ultra manually, it's good, it's fine. But the cutscene you're put in when you hit 0 HP is hilarious because the opponent has all the time in the world just to walk away or set something up around you. Like you give the opponent so much time when you enter lever mode. But the fact that it's like an auto willpower is kind of nice, I guess. I don't know. haven't played much of Gentle. He's very strange. Also, you can just fly to the skybox and deep into zone with just one button. The mobility power creep strikes again. I'm fine with the current direction that this game is going, if I'm being honest with you. I think it's better than the previous dev team we got. I think we got a new dev team, and that's why we're getting these kinds of updates. I think we've gotten better direction. We may not have the same amount of balance that we had a while back. I mean, this game's always been unbalanced, but it doesn't really bother me that this game is unbalanced. Sometimes unbalanced stuff is fun as hell. Jumping into a ranked match with like 2 idiots and just demolishing a lobby is awesome. Especially when your character setup just instantly KOs the opponent. Like, it's peak. This game is peak, and that's why I'm obsessed with it. I get that it can be very frustrating playing the game, but I like to see the positive side. But I'm also not a very irritated person. At least when it comes to video games. I don't think I've grown an appreciation for Twice in this run. If anything, it makes me want to play him even less, unless he gets like a rework or something. I mean, he's already gone through like 2 reworks so far. 1 to his combo game and 2 to his mobility game. But with the release of Support Twice, I doubt he's gonna get any more reworks. They're probably just going to focus on the support aspect of Twice at this point. I don't think it's very surprising, but I have seen a lot of bugs with the new Twice. He's able to throw himself through the wall or something. It's something crazy that I've seen in a clip on Discord. Some people are scared that he's going to be like top 1. But the fact that his beta clone is going to be a destructible object means that characters like Tech Bakugo can instantly destroy it with 1 beta. If you didn't know, Tech Bakugo is able to just blow things up instantly. I actually noticed this a while back. He's able to blow up Cementoss's beta blocks at level 9 pretty easily in 1 hit. All he has to do is hold down the beta button. It's kind of awesome. Speaking of Cementoss, have any of you seen the backwards Cementoss beta tech where he can just wrap himself in cement? If you watch Emerald, I guess you've seen clips of it, but it kind of made me want to play the character. I personally like playing Cementoss with Wall Runner and Electrification. I know most people, 99% of people will be running Reinforced Revive because it's just a great tuning skill, but that character has really fun gameplay flow if you run him with those tunings. Stunning people with Electrification after an alpha or just running up your own pillars is peak gameplay, but he's also Cementoss, so you end up being people's #1 shit list most of the time. Speaking of Reinforced Revive, Frog and Ibarra are some pretty annoying characters to deal with. I know we have the #1 Frog hater on this platform. It could be you guys. It could be a YouTuber named Emro that's actually streaming at the time that I'm recording this. I understand the Frog hate, but you're gonna hate her even more when she gets her quirk set. I'm not sure if they're gonna nerf her rapid kit when the strike kit releases, but I think it'd be kind of interesting if there were more strike frogs that also ran Reinforced Revive. It really is crazy how just having a character makes it so much harder to fight an entire team. If you've ever fought triple Reinforced Revive, that is cancer to fight. That is actual, that is like, it's like a lump on your stomach that you just can't get off. It's like you kill one and they bring back the other. It's like there's no one to target on a team like that. But hey, at least I don't see it that often in ranked. Solo queue at least. I'm sure I'd run into it more if I went into a triple stack lobby. Also, I think it's funny how every season they say they make the matchmaking better, but I still experience times where I'm encountering amateur ranks in an expert lobby. I know these guys are probably being boosted by another player, but it's still kind of funny. I don't think this game's rank system will ever be truly accurate, but it gives me something to do, like make a video like this. I know the devs said that they removed melee loops, but I think you're still able to pull off a couple. They're just not really viable in 90% of circumstances. He's still one of the best melee characters in the game, don't get me wrong. But melee loops were just, everyone likes them, right? Like that's me, I'm that guy, if you've ever seen the Emro short on YouTube. I'm actually curious, are most of you longtime players? I've been playing this game since season 1, but Are there any new bloods in here? Are there any Season 11ers or Season 18ers in here? I want to hear your perspective of the game. I know that my perspective is kind of clouded by the entire game's lifespan, but I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say. But if you are new to the game, just don't let any of the negativity spread around stop you from enjoying this game, because this game is really fun. If you pull past all the unbalanced crap and all the people flaming on certain characters or certain people for playing certain characters, this game can be enjoyable, especially with friends. I think if you don't take this game too seriously, it's a really fun experience. I've met some of my closest gaming buddies through this game, and I think you can too. If you are a seasonal veteran, I hope you're also still enjoying the game, and you're not just hopelessly addicted like a lot of people. Or like me. I feel like sometimes I'm married to this game. I've been playing this game for a couple of years now. It's not a good thing. But I guess there's worse things to be addicted to, if you think about it. Also, what other games do you guys play? I haven't really explored much on this channel. I'm mainly a Rumble-focused channel at the moment. But if you have any games that you'd like to see, or if you have any games that you like to play, feel free to talk about that in the comment section below. It's kind of funny having a job while also playing this game. Making this video was kind of like a second job in a way. So I'd come home from work and then I'd work on this video. I've been in this loop for a while now, but I'm having fun doing it. I look forward to making videos like this when I get off of work. It's kind of fun just to fuck around with OBS. I just realized that I've been yapping for so long that we're at the end of the challenge now. There's only 4 games left. It has been a crazy journey from all the times that I died, from all the KOs and clones that I've created, and all of the suffering that I've gone through with the game crashing. I think the game's crashed like 9 times in total. Some were off camera because they were just Unity crashes, not even server timeouts. But I think it's gotten to the point that I've finally felt like I've been proficient at this character. He's a very simple character, easy to pick up. I wouldn't say hard to master, but hard to play. It's really hard to be effective with twice, so you have to outwit your opponent a lot of the times, and catch them off guard with inexperience or overconfidence. Because surprisingly, a lot of people will push you on this character, and I say surprisingly as a joke. We all know why we push twice. He's not a good character, so when I see a twice, I see a free kill. Anyway, you can see my slow reaction to the rank bar going up. I only have a single game left to play, and I've been at it for over a week. Knowing that this can be my last game, the nerves start spiking in my hands, because if I lose off of round start, that's potentially another game I have to play as twice. And I don't want to play another game as twice. The game starts off with my teammate Sundial perishing tragically. It looks like all hope is lost for my team as our HP dwindles down and down. But we come out on top of this situation. We reset, we heal up, and we get back at it. Nothing can stop the unstoppable duo of Twice and Strike Shigaraki. I beam at a Kurogiri in the distance, hoping for a free kill for this challenge, and I get it. Welcome to the army, Kurogiri. Sir Waffle. It's crunch time right now as the storm gets smaller and smaller. We find a frog out in the wild, and we try to decay her to death. My clone gets a good 69 damage on her, and I follow up with the alpha. She ends up becoming a part of my army too. Another Shigaraki challenges our army and bunkered down brigade, but unfortunately he's the assault variant. He cannot lock down rooms as well as my Shiggy ducks can. We end up turning him into a pincushion and decaying his feet off. He won't be able to walk anymore once his Jordans are gone. We actually take it from him once I create a clone. We have copied his Jordans. My clone marks an enemy in the distance, and I quickly follow suit with some alpha throws. Dagger shot at level 9. My situational awareness allows me to catch a frog off guard. There can only be one frog in this universe, Suyu Asui. In high-risk, high-reward situations as these, you must risk your life to take out the frog, because once the frog is gone, the rest falls into place. Unfortunately, my hyper-aggression has led me to be trapped in a room with Assault Kendo. There is no way that I make it out of this alive. And I'm serious about that one, I fucking died. But Dux, being the best Strike Shiggy teammate I have ever had since Rotana, revives me instantly. There is still hope to be had. But then, everything changed when they infiltrated our bunker. There is nothing that we can do in this scenario. We have a Red Aizawa and Assault Kendo on our ass. I make a hasty retreat, but unfortunately this leaves Dux on his own. He's unable to fend for himself when Assault Kendo is on him. There is nothing more we can do. But, in this scenario, no one should ever give up, even when it's just twice against Assault Kendo. I drink to full health, and it's time for the final standoff of this challenge. I go for the Gamma, but she blocks quickly and returns with a counter hit. She slaps me in the face while I try to finish the downed Bakugo that my Shiggy so graciously lit down. I hit her with a Beta and try to make sense of the situation, but then I get clapped again. Not much health remaining. I have to win for Ace Rank! No one knew it was gonna win, bro. Like, there was no one that was believing me in that scenario.
Doesn't matter, I still got Ace. It's over. The challenge is over. I don't care if Buddha Killer won with OG bugging. Never playing twice again. I've played so much. I've played enough twice for one lifetime, dog. Like, dude, my reward is Pirate Red.
This old man's still got some
Red Pirate Compress, bro. I did it.
If Spinner is still alive, tell him this. Tomura Shigaraki fought to destroy everything until the bitter end.
Leave it to me.